Hello and welcome to the Horizon reallocation example using the Fidelity ETF series. Today we're going to go through the 5 main steps in the reallocation process using live data. The first step is to open and review the Horizon Action Report, then to open the Horizon Reallocation Worksheet, and to open your brokerage account where you will export or download your current position information. You'll then import those current positions into the reallocation worksheet, and the reallocation worksheet will generate the transactions that you need to rebalance your account. Before we get started, a couple of important legal disclaimers. Compass Investors is not an investment advisor or financial planner, and the information provided to you through the Horizon service is for educational purposes only. Before making any investment decisions, you should consult with a financial planner. Past performance does not assure future results, and investing is risky, and there is always the possibility of significant loss. Again, the actual investment choices are your sole responsibility. Horizon is an independent publication of Compass Investors, and we are not affiliated with Fidelity, and under no circumstances will Compass Investors be held liable for any losses incurred as a result of using the service. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. I've taken the liberty of signing on to my Compass Investors subscriber account. You'll see here the home page where there are 4 main sections I'd like to call your attention to. First is the link to open the reallocation process document. These are the instructions that you will need to have when rebalancing your account, in addition to watching this video, of course. The next 3 buttons below are the process steps in rebalancing. First, you open the action report, then the worksheet, and lastly, access your broker account. We've made this very straightforward and simple for you. Let's go ahead and get started by opening the action report and clicking on button number 1. The action report consists of 2 main sections: the current period fund analysis presented in table form, and the performance and results presented below that. The model portfolio consists of the ticker symbol, the name of the fund, the Horizon score, which is a numerical indication of the direction, duration, and degree of movement of that fund, with a positive number meaning the fund is doing well, and a negative number, shown in brackets, meaning a fund is doing poorly. The model portfolio allocation, which is a percentage of the total amount that will be allocated, and if there's any holding period or other penalties associated with the funds, you'll see there are none in this case. And for your information, the asset class that that fund falls into is also provided. Let's go back and open the reallocation worksheet. The reallocation worksheet is an Excel spreadsheet. You can see here that the funds and the model portfolio allocation percentages have been automatically populated for you. You should always double check that these are identical to the action report. Please notice here also that there is a security warning. This will differ depending on what version of Excel you are using, but you need to enable the content which allows macros to run in this spreadsheet. The macros will generate the transactions and allow you to import your current balance information. We return to the subscriber homepage and click on button 3, which will take us directly to the Fidelity homepage where we can sign on to our account. If you have multiple accounts that you want to rebalance, make sure you select the account you want to rebalance first. Then go to the Positions tab, and over to the right side you'll see an arrow that indicates a download feature. Click that. Now that will automatically export all of your current positions. Returning to the reallocation worksheet, click on this button, Import Current Balances, select the file from your download directory. You may see some prompts kind of talking about what is being imported, and then when you receive the final done prompt, all of your current balances have been automatically imported into the worksheet. Current balance and share amount and total 2651.80, which if we go back to our Fidelity account, 2651.80 should correspond to the. Once we've done that, we click on the Sell By Transaction tab, which is at the bottom, and the worksheet has just automatically generated all the sell orders and all the buy orders that you will need to enter in order to transition your current positions into the model portfolio percentage positions. We're going to go through and do this one at a time, starting first with the sell tickers. A couple of reminders. If you're doing an ETF series, you should do this when the market is open. that allows you to immediately have access to the proceeds of the sale, which you'll turn around and use to make the buys. First thing we do here is we look at the ticker, the dollar amount, the share amount, and it's important to notice that if the share percentage is 100, we're going to be selling all of the position. So returning to Fidelity, click on Trade, make sure it says Stocks or ETFs, make sure the account that you want to rebalance is populated. We're now going to go back and forth between the worksheet and the Fidelity account, and we're going to copy and paste the ticker. We're doing sell, we're selecting shares, and if you click on the share amount, it gives you the option to sell all. And remember that we are selling 100% of this position, so we'll click select all. We advise you to do market orders. You can do limit orders, but that requires a little bit more advanced trading skills. We're going to stay away from that for purposes of this example. Preview the order. Confirm that the estimated value is similar to the amount that you are moving. Now notice these will not always be the same because the market is real-time and fluid, but it's close, and we're placing the order. We then click enter new order and move to the second position, which is IJJ. Now here we're going to be selling 35.3% IJJ. Paste it here. We're going to be selling. In this case, because you can't enter odd share amounts, we're going to use dollars, and we're going to put the dollar amount here. Select market, preview order, and click place order. Enter the next order. Next we're going to do ILCV, sell dollars, and the dollar amount. Order, the dollar amount, market, preview order, and place the order. Click on new order. A note about selling cash. Of course that's not technically possible, but it's shown here just so that you can see that the total amount here, which is $805.55, equals the exact amount of what is being transferred. So you can skip any sell order for cash. That's why it's shaded. So we've done all our sell orders. Now we're going to do our buy orders. And there are two of them, starting with tip. We're doing a buy. Since we don't know the share amount, we're going to do dollars. Again, we suggest market orders. Review. Now, an important note about settled cash. This is kind of a scary message, but all this is telling you is that you are about to place an order which is more than where you started the day. But since we just did 3 sell orders, we have unsettled cash, but you are able to trade unsettled cash providing you don't intend to turn around and sell this position within 3 days. And I would refer you to this avoiding cash account trading violations for further clarification. But it will allow us to place the order. That's simply a very nasty looking message that in a sense says whatever you're buying now you can't sell for 3 days, or you're playing with Fidelity's money in a sense, and they don't want you doing that. So we're going to go and enter the last order, which is IYR. Now notice here that you have a cash available to trade of $175.89. That's slightly less than the amount we're going to trade, and that's because the market is changing as we do this since we last created this download file. So in this case, we're going to need to use the lesser of those two amounts. So again, IYR, we are buying it. We're buying in dollars. And I would just copy and paste that amount into the dollar amount category. Again, market, preview the order. We're going to see that same nasty message, but we already know that we're trading with money that we have available to us, and we're going to place the order. That concludes the rebalancing process. Since we were doing market orders, all of those orders were processed immediately. So if you go look at your positions, you'll see that you now hold IJJ, ILCV, IYR, and TIP. These are all the positions and the approximate current value that correspond to the percentages in the reallocation worksheet model portfolio. Again, I'll refer you to the reallocation process document that shows in excruciating detail everything that I just went over. If you do have any other questions, please feel free to contact Compass Investors.